Monocle is one of the most successful magazines to be developed in the past decade. Armed with an unmistakable sense of aesthetics and journalistic tenacity, its team, led by Editor-in-Chief Tyler Brûlé, has created an intelligent publication that continually inspires a global readership who are interested in everything from diplomacy to design. For its first ever book, the editorial team looks at one of their core themes: how to live well.
Over the years, we've had a lot of publishers approach us and talk about books. But there was something about the approach from Gestalten that I thought was interesting. On so many levels, it placed everything that that we believe in when it comes to print. That it should be tactile and it should smell great, and it should be lasting, and it should, I think, really mark a moment in time.
Monocle and Gestalten share the same vision in the sense that, first of all, I think we're both trying to establish a discussion, and so very much on the journey with our readers to explore the world.
The result is the Monocle Guide to Better Living, an original, informative and entertaining collection of writing, reports and recommendations. This isn't a book about glitz, but rather an upbeat survey of products and ideas meant to be treasured and last.
Part of the starting point for the Monocle Guide to Better Living was not just looking at what we'd done for the last 7 years, but I also referenced some of my very deep archive, I would call it, magazines that I'd collected, books I'd collected for the 1950s and 60s. And the one thing when you look at titles from that era, that post-war era, they're fueled by so much optimism and this sense of how to build a better neighborhood, how to build the perfect bungalow. So I wanted to give the book, that type of, sense of storytelling, building on all the great things that, of course, we delivered, but also a title which is a little bit provocative as well.
For us, there was an idea of doing a kind of modest manifesto about how people should live their lives, and that's whether you're kind of running a city or you want to make a better neighborhood for yourselves, or actually whether you just want to make a great dinner when you get home. This is kind of running from the macro all the way through to the micro. So we literally start with the city and we run all the way through to the stuff that's in your house. But on the way we stop off at architecture, hotels, the best in design, and we kind of bring together all these ideas that hopefully coalesce to kind of really hint at a kind of better way, subtly, of running your life. For us, this was an amazing opportunity to kind of look back over the past 7 years and think, what does Monocle really stand for? What are we trying to achieve here? And to kind of bring it together, not in a political way, but there is a real kind of message in this book.
With original photography and illustrations printed on a selection of the highest quality papers, Monocle's Guide to Better Living will be the ultimate reference for inspirational ways to improve your life.
Like any project we take on, print and paper are integral to the part of the brief. It's not just about the photography and the illustrators, it's about the production values, and we take them very seriously. It's refined. We let the language of the words do the talking. We don't try and dress things up. It's a little bit playful when we want to be, and we don't change our minds too quickly. It's built to last.
It's important to have a book with attitude and promote a kind of a fulfilled lifestyle. So I think the idea of bringing all that together in a kind of book that you can go back to and reference with is something which I very much like, and I think Monocle team has done a great job in doing this.
This isn't a book about fashion or the next big thing. It's a book designed to stay relevant, loved and used.
I want this to land on people's desks, and they suddenly call in their staff or they speak to their consultant and say, you have to go to this particular village or this town or this suburb in Sweden to see what they're doing. You need to go to this particular street in Taiwan to see how they've been able to create this type of intimacy in their community. So, I'll be very happy if, at the same time, if that municipal leader, is also able to, of course, get a few cooking and fashion cues out of the back of the book as well.
An indispensable guidebook to contemporary life, The Monocle Guide to Better Living is published in September 2013.